recording, you know what I'm saying, a song and shit.
Being fucking up
Yeah,
here.
yeah. I gotta like chill.
Alright, so this is double clap.
All right. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is the History Begins Now podcast. I thank y'all for tuning in. This your boy Kid Jimi, yours truly. As you guys know, I got some special guests with me here. And like I said, as you guys know, we're starting to do a podcast now. This is our first time doing this, so you know what I'm saying. Roll with us as we go through this. But I think this is gonna be a good one. So yeah, as you guys know, I'm Kid Jimi. Most of you guys probably know me from my beats and instrumentals and stuff. But I want to tell you guys more about History Begins Now, and I guess the meaning and all that behind that, and why I keep repping that shit basically. But honestly, it's really simple just to start out. Like, history makers, that's just what it's all about.
You gotta introduce me at some
Yeah. No, this I'm gonna get to you. Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah.
I was just saying, I'm kind of just sitting here like nobody knows.
No. Yeah, I don't want to get too deep. Yeah. All right. So by the way, I'm here. Yeah. I'm here at my best friend since the beginning of this. Honestly, it's like this is my day one. He goes by a lot of aliases, but to me he's Dave. But yeah, he's here with me today as my special guest. I also got in the back Chuck, and we'll be talking later. Good. But yeah, like I said, we've been going way back, and that's why I have him here, because I want us to talk about our history, because I feel like we OGs when it comes to this YouTube shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we kind of been putting out videos over time since like 10 years ago.
And even with the History Begins Now, the idea that you started, but it kind of defines our friendship and everything that we've done. Like, everything that we do, we try to do to the fullest extreme financially possible.
Right.
We try to make the most with what we have, and just try to make history every day and in every move, and we can get into that in a later podcast, or even this one if you want to touch on that. But we've been pretty much across the United States together, moving into these places and then leaving and being like, this isn't the scene, and just all that type shit. But we can get into that at some point.
Yeah. It's been a wild journey, and that, that's why I have you here, like, for us to get into all that, because like we got a history.
Yeah. So I'm kind of curious. So History Begins Now has its own meaning to me, and like I said, it represents our friendship and stuff. But, in your opinion, like, you talk about it. You're the one that What is it?
Basically, how it started. Basically the concept, like I said, it's all about making history and history makers, and just awakening that, and because I feel like not only is that our friendship, I feel like other people in the world, like, have been making history. I mean, people we got Einstein here. Like, he's a history maker. Like, history has been made before us, human history. So that's what I'm all about. That's what the brand is all about when it comes to History Begins Now. And because, these history makers like Einstein here, he was making history in the moment, in the now. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't super in the future, super in the past. I'm sure he was going through his issues and whatnot, but like, he was making history in the moment. Yep. Like, he made his mark, that's why I got that. So
he stopped in school.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Even though we're musicians, like, he's he's a scientist or whatever. So like,
I can go for anybody. One of my big inspirations right now is Jack Kerouac, and Chuck can attest to this. There's a book called On the Road, and I'm sure you know from the Mod Son interviews and stuff like that. But
shout out Mod Son.
When that book came out, man, it changed a lot of people's lives, and it inspired the whole hippie generation, which he doesn't really want to take credit for. But it's basically like being young and free, going on the road, traveling, adventuring, and living life to its fullest, and taking in all those experiences. And I think that even ties into the whole History Begins Now, because you make history, and his book made history.
Yeah, for real.
It all ties together, really.
Yeah, and that's amazing that he's able to like put that out to the world for us. Like, in a way, that's what he was doing. That's his story, is making history in his way. He might be calling it something else, but at the core, it's the same thing. And I guess that's what I'm about, as far as like History Begins Now, and that's why like I started it basically. Like you said, it's based off our friendship. If you really think about it, like you think back, even when we were like just talking about going out to Cali and stuff, way back in like 2011, like we were, that was the mood at the time, It still is now, obviously.
Motivation too.
Yeah,
like,
that was the motivation.
I wish I could get back that motivation, man. I just was so driven to make California happen. And then that day I called you and I was like, pack up, we're leaving tomorrow. That's literally what happened. I just called him and I was like, pack it all up, we're leaving tomorrow. And we then we started lining everything. So we were young and dumb.
Yeah. It was crazy. Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of stuff planned, but we planned on the fly.
Yeah. It was crazy. We did kind of really do it on the spot. And I remember I only had like maybe $100. I had like a gift card. Like I really just did it off the whim. Like I had broken with my girl. I lost my job. Like a lot was going on.
And then, you had left the band, probably like 2 years before that?
Yep. This was like 2012, like 10 years ago, if you think about it. Like,
yeah. It's definitely a while ago.
It's crazy to think, like, we just kind of did that. I mean, that shows how young we were, like, at the time, too, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I'm just glad the fact we did it, you know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of people talk about it and we talked about it, but, like, we actually did it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then whatever, things happen, of course, but, like, at least we could say, we did it, though. We made that jump.
I have a video. When we made it to California, we stayed at a hotel, and we got 2 Black and Mild wood tips. I remember that. And we just went for a walk.
Yep, I remember too.
And I have the whole thing on video, and I pray I still have it. Maybe you can input some footage.
Yeah, I'll put in that.
We definitely started off the video just straight away, like, you were talking about, how you only had $100 and you can't believe that we actually made it out here, and the fact that we did it, we chased our dream. And I think that's really where the History Begins Now came from.
Started,
really bring it back, like.
Yeah, we didn't even know it yet.
Yeah. So that's exciting, man. I'm excited to get some of this merch too. He's got a website.
I was gonna say, let me introduce that. Hold up, we got that on the way. Which is part of the reason I wanted to show y'all. Like, we got the hoodies. I don't know if you ever seen a lot of my videos. I'll be wearing this, but we got the hoodies. Good.
Yeah, all different colors.
Y'all can see that. Yeah, we got the different colors here.
The green one's badass.
Yeah, all this is about to be available too. Like, by the time I put this out, it should be available on the site. Yeah, but I think when I got it in red, blue as well.
And you said the hats, which okay, so it's like a knit cap.
Yo.
Yeah. Okay.
I
like that shit.
I got for the dreamers, you know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
Good.
I want one of those.
Hey, I think I'm wearing.
Get a black
one of I'm repping this.
He is literally everything he's wearing. He just needs jeans. And socks.
For real, right? Oh, socks on the way. Socks on the way too, for real. Yeah, thank you.
Give me one of those.
Yo, I'll send them here now.
So me and Chuck, which we're gonna do, he's gonna be the main focus in episode 2.
Okay,
We started a group called ADHD, and one of our concept arts really reminds me of that shirt, that first concept art that you sent me. So like that's awesome.
Nice. You want to know where I got the influence from? You talking about this one?
Yeah.
I got it from
You
Tumblr.
might even still have the photo that we can.
I still have this on my phone.
Yeah. Like, a lot of people have told me they like this one. That's why I said I need to get this one out.
Old school TV.
Yeah. That's what I was going for. Yeah. That's what I was going for.
And it's quality stuff too. Like the sweatshirt that you just held up, the green one was embroidered. Yeah. So that's not fading. After like 20 washes.
A lot of people wearing that Dreamer shirt.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
I'm making different colors.
Oh, for real?
Shirts, yeah.
True. Yeah, I could do like different, like black or red or something like that, because there's different colors in there already. I feel you.
See people buying that shit.
Hey.
You got a pink one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. For the women. For the
I was thinking orange. I think that color scheme with a bright orange shirt like that shit would look hard.
Dreamer.
Yeah, definitely noted. Good.
We are the dreamers of dreams.
For real.
And then we can go back to Kid Jimi's history, Dream On.
Yep, and that's how I was going to bring that. Oh, thank you.
Which was his,
this is why that's my best friend, bro. He knows. He knows, bro. He's been there day one.
So then, you can tie that into the first mixtape, man. Was it My Last, the Chris Brown cover?
Yep, the remixes. Yo.
Cable Car.
Yo.
That was the first song I think I ever heard you do.
Yeah.
And man, just tying it all together. It's all just about our past and turning it into a brand. And I think it's gonna be real successful, man. I just want to say that.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So since this is the first podcast, why don't we get into how you started? How did you start out at Kid Jimi? Like what?
Okay. Y'all want to go way back? Good.
That's not a bad idea.
Good.
Yeah,
I like that.
I feel you.
What influenced you? What got you going? What got you get to this point right here?
I get you.
That's
so way back.
Chuck. That's our engineer.
For real. Thank you, Chuck.
It's our ghost engineer.
Hey, shout out you, Chuck. Okay. So as far as we can start with the name Kid Jimi. So I dressed up as Hendrix. You know how he did in Woodstock. He did the Star Spangled Banner. So I did that in high school.
Best version ever.
Yeah. right? Good. But yeah, I did that in high school. And ever since then, everybody was like, oh yeah, that's Jimmy, blah, blah, blah. So I kind of just ran with the name. So yeah, that's how I got the name. But basically, that was back when before I was even doing beats. I was just, I was in the band. I was just doing the guitar in the band. Shout out Cliche. That's why I was in it.
They have some dope tunes if you guys can still find that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm sure you can.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Spotify, isn't it?
I should announce it. I was gonna say I'm putting it on that spot. I'm putting it out on Spotify. So
you are?
Yeah. So
cool.
I already talked to my other band members. Shout out Renee. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's coming soon. Good.
That's what's up.
It's on YouTube, right?
Yeah. It's on YouTube right now.
We'll put a link to it.
Yeah. I live right here, but you know how they be doing. Good. But that's coming soon. But I was doing that. That's kind of how it all started. But I guess around that time, unfortunately, things were going on with the band, and that's when I kind of started doing like covers, and that's where the cable car, the Fray, I was just putting it on YouTube, just random covers. You know,
you were in school too.
Yeah. This is high school. Yeah.
Well, no, you were in college.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah. I was at Art Institute. Yeah, good.
I didn't meet you in high school.
Yeah. True. Yeah, it was a little bit after. Good.
Yeah. So you went to school for music production.
Yeah, audio engineering. That's where I got Pro Tools. That's where I and that's where I got started into the beats, because that's where I got into the audio engineering. I mean, I was only there for a year because I was touring with the band at the time, so I was like,
sometimes it's all it really takes. You need somebody to just show you something, and you take it and run with it.
I do, just because I want to make this known, and Bobby knows it. Good. I wish you would have stuck it out for the mixing and mastering course.
You're right.
I don't know I don't know when they were going to drop that knowledge on you,
but
true.
Like I said, a lot of times if you're
mixing you have down.
You are, it's how creative you are. So if you take someone and teach you something like that, you just take it and run with it, and then look where you're at now.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah, you're right. All it takes is just that one initial. You might not even need the whole course. I get you.
Yeah, and it definitely broke you in because those first productions were, like I said, what drew my attention, and then I think I came into the picture as the Cliched was kind of, going through their thing, and I influenced you to, this is your time. It's like a calling for you to start Kid Jimi and take it to that next level, and then dream on, just imagine.
It started happening.
These tapes, man, are just fire.
You're the real deal. You're doing it. You're playing music. You have a job, but this is your first love. Right?
Yeah. So as always.
That's where you're at now, right?
Yeah. As always, yeah. Cool. And that's the fire that's always inside, And that's back then. That's what started, I guess. Like,
It's still there, right?
Yep, exactly.
And then, the past. I might be misquoting this. Probably like the past 5 years, though, you've been just employed by music.
Yeah, it was a good period. Yep.
Yeah. True. So he was a full-time musician, just hustling. I mean, dropping the beats.
Yeah.
And I know I'm kind of skipping around here, but the spam days.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Twitter spam days.
Back before, we used to go nuts. So at the time, like I said, we had just met and Over the Head, and I was trying to promote that. It's the Fray. Everybody knows that song. Yeah. I was trying to push it, so I just was going on my Twitter and just spamming everybody. Roscoe Dash.
I remember.
I apologize because I blew you up.
Hey, shout out to homie.
LA to Boom Man, and of course the Fray. We were spamming a bunch of people back then, just trying to get people to listen. And then it grew, and then you started dropping your EP and then your mixtapes at the time. Live mixtapes and Dat Piff was blowing up.
So then how'd you meet this token white guy?
Okay. Yo, let me let him know how we met.
Yeah.
Yo, we technically met on Twitter, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Because
I don't remember exactly how, but I came across your profile, and I had just gotten a laptop for Christmas. I think we started talking right after Christmas, and I'm on Twitter because at the time that used to be everything, man. That used to be everything.
Yep.
And I came across your profile, and I don't even know what made me want to reach out or whatever, but I followed and I just responded like, yo, your music's fire. And I was trying to get into managing artists. Come to realize now I don't really have that managerial skill.
Nah, it's all good. But at the time,
At the time, I was like promising you the world. I was like, man, we're going to go on a world tour.
You were definitely like a label exec.
But there was something there. And that's the thing I want to get along to all you guys, because I don't think Jimmy does enough of it. But he is not a beat maker. He's so much more than that. It's literally putting him in a box if you heard some of this stuff he was playing just to show us before this podcast, he's got rock songs, guitar solos. We're bringing them back.
Yep.
I mean, like, dude, it's not all about the beats, but I know you have some pretty big opportunities coming up with the beats, so it's a good thing you kept up with it. But there's a lot more to Kid Jimi. I mean, look at it. There's
and
a
that's
brand
what
too.
Yeah, and that's what History Begins Now. That's where it all kind of ties into. It's all about is bringing that all out, like literally. And that's why I wanted to do this podcast to let y'all know. Not only we got merch on the way and stuff like that, but like I want to start bringing out like we do music. I mean, obviously I love beats, and I appreciate you guys tuning in and listening to my beats until now. But I'm an artist too. I started out as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Before I was doing the beats. You know what I'm saying? And even before that, I was in a band. So like, music is everything to me basically, and I want to start showing that to you guys more. So
and one thing I will also add is that you've been consistent. Me, I've dabbled with music. We can tell my story.
I was gonna say we gotta bring it. I mean, if you want to, you know what I'm saying?
So like I just started out rapping and shit. And in high school, I had Audacity, and I bought those little telemarketer headsets. So it was a headset with a microphone that popped off the side of it, and I'm recording on my parents' HP desktop computer. And I had the Jamaican flag song. I don't know. I think only a few of you guys will remember that. But I dropped that, and and just kind of evolved, man. I started to grow as he started to grow, and then we were spending time together, and you were teaching me how to make music. I didn't think about YouTube at the time. I was young. But we would get together and he's like, yo, this is how you do this. This is how you do that. This is how you add like compression is my biggest thing right now. I love compression. So I love.
You did? You was talking about that,
Showed me how to do that. And then so I started like just rap but I've dipped my feet in and out, and like I love music till the day I die, but I don't have that dire passion. Like it's your air. It's literally it's your air. It's the best way to put it. And it doesn't matter, man, if it's like making beats or if it's making or writing or demoing or just riffing around on the guitar. I remember you told me you spend probably like an hour a day. I'm sure it's changed now, but you spend an hour a day just riffing on the guitar. Just trying to just write shit, just whatever. And like that's some shit. There's only 2 people in my life I can say have been dedicated to their craft, and that's Xavier.
Oh, yeah.
Who's playing basketball in Europe. Shout out to Xavier. Yeah. You probably will see this. Yeah. And Jimmy, just always doing music, and nothing has deterred him. Even when we were talking about, we're giving ourselves till we're 30. Do you remember that?
Yes. I did say that.
Like, no, we're quitting if we don't make it at 30. Well, look, you want to say? He's in his 30s, early 30s. Yeah. He doesn't have to drop the age. But like, to be honest, man, there's so many people, and Mod Son's another big person I look up to. He's popping off in his mid to late 30s.
Yeah.
You know?
He knows him. He actually.
I was gonna say when we actually met. Yeah, I went to one of his shows.
Met him and Cisco Adler in Virginia.
It was opening up for Cisco Adler. Yeah, it was.
You opened.
I think it was one of them shows. That was back then, maybe. But yeah, it was in Virginia, like back when he was rapping. Yeah, I mean, he still raps. So I think he's more in his rock stuff now. But yeah, he was rapping and whatever. He was on his hippie stuff. But yeah, I got to meet him and all that. It was cool. So yeah, that's why we always repping him and whatnot. And I think that was before he wrote the book and all that too. He was on his journey. Like honestly, I was gonna say like, because like I follow him on Instagram. Like shout out to him for real, because he really is like, he's really making history, Mo. I mean, he's going through it right now, and we'll get into that later. You know what I'm saying? But he's really making history, because like when I saw him, like I'm not saying he wasn't, it wasn't like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I mean, it wasn't like a super sold out show, you know what I'm saying? It was just a small stage. It was super intimate show. It wasn't super like now. Like if you see his Instagram now, he's doing it. Like, but yeah, that goes to show like he was on his journey. I was on my journey. Like like he was making history just like us. I
think when it comes to music, there is no age limit. You can't put an age limit on music, man.
You really can't. I mean, look at 2 Chainz.
Titty Chainz.
Titty Boy turned his name to 2 Chainz, but like he popped off in his 40s. Jay-Z dropped his first album at 28.
Yeah, he was around my age, honestly.
Not even that, just nowadays technology, you can just record shit.
It's so accessible. Easy and accessible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
right?
There's really no age limit.
You can do it off your phone.
It's even the same like with this podcast, man. It's like it's so accessible.
Yeah.
And we haven't really been taking advantage of it until now.
Yeah, we should have did this like when we went to Cali. Honestly, we should have went. That's the one thing I regret. Like we should did a vlog. We should have started vlogging our road trip because I don't even think we talked about that. We road trip over from here because we're in Maryland now. We road trip from here to Cali. I think it took us like 2-3 days. Like
Yeah, and it was nonstop driving. And you were a big night owl. So
I took the night shift.
He always did the night shift, and then my ex at the time, she would drive in the morning, and then I didn't even have my license. I was on a permit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then my permit expired like literally once we got to Cali. So that could have been bad. But no, we had a Jeep Cherokee.
I remember.
And then we went down to like Silver Spring or something to install the U-Haul, and then we had issues trying to get the hitch installed, and it was crazy. But we packed that thing down, dude. If you have the picture,
I'm gonna post a picture. I'm gonna post it right now.
So we took a picture. We were at my house and we packed everything up, and it was jam packed. And I'm surprised that the Cherokee made it.
Right. Thank God we made it through. It was really cross country.
We did. So when we took off, I don't remember every single state, and it was dumb. But at the time, it took us up to PA, went through PA.
Yeah.
Then we went through like Ohio.
Yeah, down.
And of course we went down.
Yeah, we went through Oklahoma. I was gonna say, if you remember, there was like storms. We stopped at a gas station. And it was like, oh shit, tornado warning. Oh shit, this is Oklahoma.
It was bad, like downpouring rain and shit. And then we got to Texas, and then from Texas to Arizona, and then New Mexico, and then brought us up because so at the time I had like he said, it was like 2 days of just nonstop driving. I mean I don't even know what we did about the bathroom now that I think about it.
I think we just did gas stations because we didn't stop for no hotels or nothing. We were just straight on the road. We stopped for gas, obviously. I think a gas station.
A buddy of mine, he did it, and he said there was a section, I forgot where it was at, where it was like completely pitch black at night.
So there's one thing I remember, and it really sticks in my mind.
I think so.
And I think it was from when we went to. No, I'm not from the West Coast, so I don't know. But I think it's like Arizona, or no, it's New Mexico, and it butts up to California.
Yeah, I think it's Arizona. We definitely went through Arizona.
When we were driving through there, do you remember the mountains?
Yes,
and the blue, the purple sky.
Do I remember? Oh my gosh,
it was something else. Woo. And it's like we kept seeing that California is like right ahead of us, and it was like all we have to do is get to the other side of these mountains, and we're in California. Little did we know we still had like 2 to 3 hours after we got through the mountains, and then it was fucking dark. And it's a windy ass mountainy road.
It was like anticipation. Like the mountains was like, when is it gonna get closer? It was crazy.
Yep. I think and she was driving at the time like, punch it. Like that was
beautiful.
That was a time I'll never forget that. I've been thinking about that moment a lot lately. Just the sky and the feelings that we had going on.
For real, because like
something.
Yeah, for real.
That's good memory.
Yeah. That's why I wish we would have like filmed it or whatever there. It would have been
so like a week later after we moved in and we got our apartment situated and everything, that's when I started vlogging. And I can remember that first vlog, I was like, I'm gonna just wake up on the beach. And I did. I woke up on the beach and I was like, this is going to be the first vlog. But like, dude, and he gets on me about this every time we talk on the phone. He says, you should have vlogged on the way to California.
That's what I said. That's the one thing I regret.
I was like, yo, that shit would have been like, looking back at it, that shit would have been boring, but I don't know, we may have made it fun.
Yeah, but think about this though, like you see a lot of things where they're like, oh, put the phones down, enjoy the moment.
Yeah,
you weren't vlogging, but you were
taking it in.
That was your history, right?
You're right.
That was your history. You're making that history for yourselves.
The funny thing is that once we got out there and I started vlogging, it was daily, and I vlogged every single day, and I bothered Bobby. I'd jump on his bed. I'd fucking break down the door. Like
there's a video on
bother. Yeah. So, but the thing I do want to say, like to speak into Chuck's point, is that anytime I can go to YouTube and pull up those videos, and I remember the full day.
Yeah, same.
You know, a lot of this stuff's a lot of this stuff's kind of foggy on us going out there. And to be honest with you, I don't know how we did it, and I don't really remember much. I remember moments. But if I would have vlogged, I could have pulled up that that vlog, especially in the editing process, you know what I mean? When you're sitting there 20 minutes or 30 minutes dealing with all that footage,
you see everything.
You really remember the day. And that's the thing I can say, like, when I pull up one of those vlogs, I remember the whole day. I remember, you know, if I was fighting with my girlfriend, or, you know,
what you ate that day and all that.
That's what.
Is this explicit, or can I?
Oh boy, I mean, whatever.
I remember like, oh yeah, that was a good lay that night. You know what I mean? Or like, that was good the next day. And then like when she moved out, and I remember that night too, like the blonde upstairs.
Oh my gosh,
she invited me up. She invited me up, and I think she wanted some, but I was young and dumb. Through it, She was bad too. That would have been a good lay. I regret that one.
It's all good. We were young and dumb.
It's awesome that you guys have those memories. You know what I mean, of that time.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
just pick it up and go. That's why people don't want to do that. And a lot of people
I was just saying that, right?
A lot of people want to do that. They get scared.
That
was always holds them back. But you guys actually got up and just
did it.
That was some like Jack Kerouac on the road type shit. I just want to say, like, we had our own story. Even though I'd like to do it again, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit older and I'm more worried about things like money and stuff, where back then I didn't care, and we just got up and we went. Yeah,
that's the same way you know, looking back now, like, it was just, we were young, you know, the opportunity was just a lot more open. I mean, I'm not saying it's not all the way open now, but like, it was just like
more responsibilities now.
I
just want you to talk about the successes that we had while we were in California. Something really big happened to you while we were out there.
I was gonna get to that. So when we, you know, finally was out there, I was out there starting to cook up, you know. Well, this was in the early beat stage. I was still starting to make beats. So really, I was starting, and you probably guys already know this, I was remaking instrumentals, basically. So I was just taking my favorite songs, remaking them, blah, 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 just throwing them up. And honestly, a lot of producers I've learned started out like this. I heard even Kanye started out like this. So, but yeah, I was pretty much just throwing those up, and I started throwing up some Drake ones. And then I just noticed, honestly, the whole reason why I started doing remakes was because I needed one myself. I was trying to do a guitar solo to a Drake song. I was just like, fuck, I can't find it. So I was like, fuck it, I'll make it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I made it, threw it up on YouTube, and I was like, oh shit, this got like 15,000 views. I'm like, nice. All right, well, I'll just start making some more.
That's where it started. That's not where it ended.
Yeah, true.
And then we had 2 to 4 million. And then probably even more than that.
Yeah.
So it's one beat in particular. Yep. It's Drake's
0 to 100.
0 to 100.
Yeah, and I just gotta say this for the record, everything's free, you know what I'm saying? I don't own these songs, you know, shout out to Drakey, whatever, you know, but yeah, all these are free instrumentals on YouTube, but like the biggest one was the 0 to 100, you know.
And so that led to some pretty big people hopping on it.
Yeah. And I gotta give a shout out, you know what I'm saying, to Boy Wonder, of course, and the people who made that. I think 1985 helped with that as well. But yeah, I just remade the instrumental and all that. But yeah, once I put that out, you know, I think that's when the song first dropped. So a lot was going on with that song, and I think that's where that kind of caught on to my YouTube, and I think that's when all the traffic started coming to my YouTube, because other people started looking for those instrumentals. But basically,
that all happened once we got out there. So we were still
in Cali at that moment.
We were still in a whirlwind, and it was the hottest year. I think maybe not to date.
Yeah.
But it was the hottest year that we had moved out there, and we didn't have any AC. So there's a bunch of videos of me walking around in straight boxers and shit, and we're still trying to like figure out this whole living situation and jobs and stuff. But like in the time of the most chaos, you hunkered down and you created the biggest beat to date on your channel.
Yeah. And like I said, it's just crazy how it all kind of happened, like, and at the same time, you know, kind of like the planets aligned in a way. Yeah. I think this was like 2014, 2015-ish, like around that time. But yeah,
did you check the view count?
Yeah. I was gonna say right now it's currently at I think it was at like 32 million right now or something like that. Like, kid you not. That thing, like I'll say, I'll pull it out, you know, to prove it.
YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So you know, y'all know I ain't faking. You know what I'm saying? You know what the saying, you know. Women lie, men lie, numbers don't, right? But yeah, right, it's 32 million. I don't know if y'all can see. on there. I made a video on it. I'm showing the other camera. Actually,
you can do a screenshot.
I'll put a link to the old video because I still got it up on my channel. I made a video about this. Yeah. Because like you said, a lot of like
Soulja Boy, Gucci Man.
Yeah, people just started hopping on the freestyle on it. I think Chris Brown too. So like, yeah, that's when my channel started really like
you could
views.
hear the difference between the original and his. I think your snare was just
yeah. That's what I said in the video. I was like, yeah, you can hear my snare is different. Then you can hear my tag in the background. Blah blah. Yeah, but yeah,
some people try to.
Channel.
Oh yeah. This you already know.
Yeah, it's right here. It's on the channel. So just go scroll through most popular. And
it should be there.
You get racks.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. And that's where I kind of transitioned to make my own beats because obviously like, you know, these aren't my like songs or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So like I had to start making my own songs, you know, even though those beats are free. Like I had to, you know, I was trying to make money, you know, at the time in Cali, I think I got laid off honestly at the time. So like honestly needed some money coming in. I was getting the views, but you know, no money obviously. So that's when I started making my own beats, and then I started dropping those on my channel. And you know, I probably, as you guys know, shout out to the day ones. Like I gotta give y'all guys a shout out. Anybody who's been listening since like 2015 or 16, yo, I thank you guys for real. Like this, you guys are the reason why I do this.
Even before it blew up, and the people that were listening to the Over My Head. And then who that girl?
Yeah.
Like, all that old.
The flow on it.
Yeah. That shit's fucked. We haven't talked about that one. In a while.
I used to do. I have a Kesha one too.
Yes. Yep.
I used to do little freestyles and stuff too. But yeah.
And then so once 0 to 100 was starting to take off, it was like, all right, let's show everybody that knows him for his producer skills and maybe weren't around for. Oh, Shine On didn't even come out yet.
No, it was out by then. Yeah. But it just people didn't know that, you know.
So we started doing covers.
Yeah.
And then that started to take off. We did some of my favorites are like the Taylor Swift Shake It Off.
Yeah, I did Shake It Off.
And then after doing a couple of covers, Lady in Glass Dress, Chris Brown. Then we did
a couple Chris Brown ones.
Then I had this crazy idea, and I'm pretty sure it was my idea. I'll take credit for it. Thanks, Jimmy. I was like, yo, you're a guitar player. Jimi Hendrix. My dad would always preach.
That's my hero.
Do more guitar. So I said, let's take these popular songs, and I think some of them you had to remake the instrumental because it was hard to find.
Right.
And he would just do guitar solos, like guitar freestyles over, and you know, I don't think they did as well, but it got you noticed because I think Roscoe Dash, he reached out or he saw you doing, and
shout out the homie Roscoe.
Man. Yeah, he's always been supportive.
Yeah, for real. And that's when I kind of like, you know, all this was going on. I was like, yo, I should really, you know, it's just leaning me more into I need to take this more serious to the point where I was like, fuck a job. No, I mean, this is back then, of course. I was like, fuck a job, fucking 9 to 5, blah, blah. This is all I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like that fire was really on fire, you know?
Around your 20s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. I was really like, probably had been like 21, 22.
I do also want to mention, and you can cut this out. If you don't like it, but it's all good. It's all good. No, it's nothing crazy. He's always been a hustler, and I want to give you guys 1 second. Do you think what was his job? Just like, all right, you guys thought about it.
Probably Jay-Z.
No, like when he was working,
like a normal job.
He was working.
Yeah, like a normal.
What do you think if you look at him?
Gas attendant.
No, he was a salesman. So he
retail
sold,
life.
So well, not retail, but you were selling cell phones. You were selling internet service and insurance at one point.
Yeah, well, I did that in Cali.
So he's always had that hustler mentality, and that's the mentality you need to be a salesman. So I keep telling him, I was like, dude, if music doesn't work, just be a car salesman. You'll be all right. You'll drive around in the newest. You'll drive around the newest car. Find a good dealership like Mercedes or Porsche or some shit, and just ride around like a fire ass car and be like, yeah, man.
Yeah, you got one too.
Get like me,
right?
There's no plan B. Fuck that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and that's why. That's why I was about.
We're getting to that point of just like now we're in too deep, and that's the thing. Whenever we have these conversations and we're just feeling kind of down and out, and we just want to talk to each other. And like either vent about music, women, whatever's going on in our life. Yeah. We always come to the same conclusion, like we can't give up. And especially not you, because you're so deep into this, it wouldn't make any sense. So we keep, I'm going to say you're saying, we keep throwing mud at the wall.
Right? You just gotta keep throwing money at the wall, you know. Some of it's
And eventually that shit will break through.
Yeah, eventually, you know. What I'm saying? Law of averages, yeah.
But yeah,
no, you're right.
That was
general,
good.
Man, I think, like, do you feel like you're successful right now with what you're doing?
Honestly, I feel like, yeah, because successful is a subjective, like, meaning. Like, it can, you know, you don't have to be a billionaire, $1 trillion. Yeah. Success could just mean, like, I run my own business, I take care of my family. Like, that's kind of how I look at it. Yeah. Like,
honestly, not to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Just when you're on YouTube, and I was like, damn, look at all these thousands of views and stuff. That's success, man.
Yeah. Some people might look at it that way. Yeah.
That's, to me, that's being successful.
That's the shit when we were spamming people on Twitter. Like we were just wishing for. We always called it the audience. We just wanted the audience, and we have it now. Yeah. So now's the time.
Thank you guys.
Now's you got what 50 to 60 some thousand subscribers on YouTube.
Guys. Yeah, of course.
We have the audience now. We're gonna bring you some hot stuff. We're gonna bring you some new stuff, and just know that, man. Like Kid Jimi's not just a beat maker.
Yeah, that part.
Brand.
Yep, yeah, and that's what I'm trying to bring out.
It's a full brand.
Yeah, that's what History Begins Now is all about. Because, you know, I don't want to make it just about me. Because, like, I feel like I'm not the only one who has that attitude. Like, I want to awaken anybody else that has that fire. You know what I'm saying?
I think Chuck and Jimmy are definitely getting along.
Yeah. We're gonna make some fire music too.
Like this is the shit that I think Chuck needed to see. Chuck needed to see somebody that's just on fire for life and on fire for music.
Yeah.
This guy is a fucking nut. I mean, I remember days when you would come up and you'd spend the night. I could tell the candle story.
That's fine. You were just talking about it earlier too.
Hold on, I'm gonna need a piss break.
Good, you good.
Let me step in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can. Yeah. Come through. Yeah, this is Chuck. You know what I'm saying? If you guys wondering who's talking in the back, shout out Chuck.
We're gonna have to wait for the piss story.
Yeah. We're gonna have an episode on him soon too.
The candle story.
That's loud.
Good. Yeah. It's a little loud. Yeah, that's why I'm stepping back a little bit.
So back to the whole success thing, man. Like, in general, did you ever go to your YouTube thing and you look at it and you're like, man, I got thousands of views on this shit, and it's like, holy hell.
Yeah.
Did you ever imagine that happening?
Yeah, nah. Like, honestly, like, I didn't imagine anything being like this. You know, obviously, like, I had a bigger picture, as everybody younger has. But, like, yeah, like, I did have that epiphany one day, you know, recently, like, just like, you know what? This kind of is successful if you really think about it. Like, I got an audience, blah, blah, blah. It might not be the biggest, but
you're successful in your own way.
Yeah. And especially nowadays with so much technology and social media, like, anybody could do it. It's so accessible, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you just gotta have the drive to do it. Yeah. And I think that's the thing you had this whole time. Like, from what Dave's telling me from the get-go to here, it's like you're just constantly. You're going.
Yeah.
You're going, writing, recording.
Yeah, doing something.
You're doing wear.
Yeah, shirts,
clothing and shit. You know what I mean? Now you're doing a podcast. You gotta keep it going.
Yeah.
I think it's just how life is, man.
You
gotta keep going.
Yeah, and I feel like just especially because you're a musician too, like, as creatives, like, we need channels to get it out. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's I don't think as much as it's a musician. I think it's people in general who are creative, like artists.
Yeah.
Like painters and stuff. Like, they need something to let out. They have to let something out. It's their way of letting out. They have to do something.
Yeah.
If not, I think they become miserable.
Yeah, that's true. And then that's why, I mean, you can't, like, hold it in. I feel like you become miserable, especially as you get older, you become bitter or whatever. And that's why they had that fire in me. I'm like, I gotta get it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think, and that's the thing, is like, because if they can't get their creativity out, they end up becoming miserable.
Yeah.
And they start hating life.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Did you want to switch?
I'm going to switch back on them.
No, you're doing fine.
Yeah, you good. Whenever you're ready. Yeah, of course.
What?
But no, that's a good subject, because, like, that's what I feel like it all comes back to, you know, the whole, why I'm trying to rep this brand, like, to awaken that, like, when you, because I feel like everybody young has that feeling, like, should I do it? I don't know. We all have our doubts, and you know what I'm saying? But, like, you know, I'm trying to get that out of us, because that's what got me to now. Like, I actually, you know, did it. And then, you know, of course, me and Dave, we actually jumped out there and did it. Like,
that's awesome, man.
So we trying to awaken that in y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, good.
And that's the thing, is like, for younger kids and they're just starting out in music, like, what would you say to them? Like, me personally, I want to hear what you say first. Yeah. Like, somebody who's, like, these teenagers are getting a guitar and they have this dream, they want to do this and they want to do this. What would you say to them?
I feel like it's always got to be about the love first. That's the only way to have longevity. Is like it's got to start with the love. Of course, money, blah blah blah, like, you know, fame, whatever. But like love, like, because like you just got to be in there just playing your guitar, like just loving how the instrument, how the chord. Oh, I like this chord. You know what I'm saying? Like little things like that. Like just get into learning guitar, and of course you're gonna go through your processes. I'll tell this is an embarrassing story. I think I cried the first time I broke a string. I did, because I didn't know how. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to pay so much money to fix this. Then I went to the store. It's like, oh, here's a pack. It's $5.
Speaking of that, did you ever get pop a string and pop you in the face?
Oh, it almost happened, but yeah, I've always feared that. I feel like every guitarist.
That'll happen with my guitar because my electric still has all the phrase on it. So sometimes if I pick it up, it'll like want to.
No, mine literally snapped and whipped it right in the face, man. That shit hurt. But go ahead.
No, you good. Nah. But like that's the thing. Like we go through it. Like learning guitar. So I would just say that to people starting out. Like you just gotta follow your heart. Definitely just listen to so many influences. Just listen to who you love to listen to. Like, and it doesn't matter if it's just hip hop or whatever. Because like back then, I feel like especially me, black. Like me listen to rock. People was kind of looking at me sideways at the side. But like you just gotta follow your heart anyway. Like listen to whoever your favorite bands. Learn their songs. Cause that's what I did. That's how I learned guitar. Like I would just learn Green Day. I was gonna say Green Day, Hendrix, of course, John Mayer. You know what I'm saying? Paramore. So I would just learn their song. I would just say just do that, and then eventually like you're gonna start making your own songs, and hey, I like this chord with this, and then
And that feeling when you wrote your first song, what was it? Yeah. That feeling.
Oh yeah, that's probably the best feeling in the world as a creative. Just coming up with any song.
And then finishing. Or
like your very first song you ever written, and you finish it, and you're like, oh man, that's my first shit.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's the best feeling in the world. But yeah, because it's just like I've been trying to get this out of my head, and it's finally out, and I can hear it back, and it sounds just like my head. Like, I've been crying. I'm like, this is it. I've been trying to say this for so long, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I've been trying to tell you, I was like, Dave, I got all these songs in my head, and I gotta get them out. And it drives me nuts, because you hear them in your head, but you're not satisfied till you actually lay them, lay the tracks down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes sense to anybody out there, but that's. Yeah. I'm gonna switch out.
Yeah, I'm about to switch. No,
that's a good point.
That's what I want to talk about when your guys is.
We're gonna talk more on that. We're gonna have an episode.
We're getting ready to wrap this one up. We're at 1 hour. So I just before we go, I have to tell you this candle story. It's not that wild. But me and my Jimmy's staying at my house for I think it was like a week or so, and we just were working on music. I think I had like a rap mixtape or something coming out.
Yeah.
And me and my parents went out, and we came back, and when we came in, the lights were just dim and dark. Yeah. And he
thought I was doing some wild shit.
He had a hippie towel hanging on the wall, and he had all these candles lit. So now like the saying is, when my mom knew that Bobby was coming up, she was like, make sure he doesn't burn the house down. Because it's cool though, but so you guys probably can't see the rug, but like it inspired me to like create a vibe, create an atmosphere. Yeah. I know these walls are kind of bland and stuff, but like it's really important to being able to channel energy.
Yeah, you're right.
Able to make good shit.
Yeah, you're right. That's what I'm all about. Like when it comes to making a studio, and like just like set the vibe, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you don't have to do it with 1,000 candles. Please don't. We don't recommend this. Please don't.
But a couple.
Yeah. But whatever you got to do, whatever your thing is. But yeah, in order to just get in the feeling, get in the mood as a creative, if you're a musician out there. Yeah. And you did say that earlier.
Any last things you want to end this off on, and then we can.
I mean, this is pretty much it. Like more to come on the way. Like I said, we got not only more podcasts like this on the way. We got an episode with Chuck. I'm gonna just start having I got some guests in mind as well. I'm gonna just start doing this more regular because I just want to talk to you guys more. And of course, if you guys got any like suggestions or anything, please hit me up. Please, anytime. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Yeah. But I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, we got merch on the way.
And you guys will be able to get that merch right on his Beat store. So if you guys are rappers or producers and you want sample packs or whatever, you guys can go to the website and there's going to be a link for his merch.
Yep. That should be up by the time this come out. But yeah, I'm going to keep you guys posted on that, of course. But yeah, like, let's just make history. This is what it's all been about. Whether you're a musician or whatever you do, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you do in life, just make history. If you got that feeling to jump, you jump. You know what I'm saying? That's what we did, we all got our different stories. That's what Mod Son did, you know what I'm saying? Like, just make history, in whatever way you can, and that's what the message is all about. And until next time, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys. Until next time, I'm Kid Jimi, yours truly. Thank you.